with Rich so that he can tell me if I mess stuff up. But we're just going to do the best we can. And if there's some odd extraneous noises and things like that, please just recognize we're just doing the best we can with the technology we've got at the moment. And hopefully it'll still be useful to you, and you can sort of just think back to the days of dial-up modems. Some of you don't remember the days of dial-up modems. I do remember the days of dial-up modems. I'm just going to, if I turn my volume down like that, you may actually have to either text me, Rich, because I can't see the thing where I can bring up the chat window type thing on this. So anyways, we'll just have to do the best we can. So you may either have to do that or use Twitter or something, because I do have Twitter up, but I've got a 15-inch screen, but too many things on it. So, well, there is that. There is Facebook, sort of. It's all good. Okay. Well, let's hope it stays that way. Unless I try to share my, oh yeah, I even get that. Look, I even got that on my watch. It's all good. Anyway, I'm having a great time up here. I've already told my wife this, so I guess I can tell everybody else. I had the closest call on a bike I've ever had today. I really did. I even have the video, but I'm not going to show you the video. I have sometimes when I ride, I will have an HD camera and an HD camera back. And you see some interesting things that way. Well, I haven't completely figured out what happened today. But I was descending high altitude, around 11,000 feet, and it was very windy. And my theory is I got hit by a blast of wind. And you know how sometimes it'll hit you from one direction, but if it's spinning, it hits you from one direction, then the other direction. And it started to shimmy in the front end of my bike that I simply couldn't control. And I'm in a turn at over 30 miles an hour with oncoming traffic, and I can't stay in the turn. I'm heading right toward him. And the video shows me missing the second vehicle because he swerved by about 6 inches. And that was an experience. So I'm actually going to put that video on my iPad. And tomorrow I'm going to take the bike in and say, I'd like you to sort of look at that really carefully and just make sure, because I'm going to be descending 21,000 feet over the weekend. So I'd sort of like to not have that. I descended over 4,000 feet after that without any problems. So the wind was really blowing. So up at those altitudes, you can get some really wacky stuff happening. So once in a lifetime thing. Anyways, why am I telling you these things? I'm going to be getting. I do not want any of the tweets and everything else about how I shouldn't ride a bike. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, lots of stuff to get to today, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see what Twitter's doing most of that time, because this is when you are reminded of how wonderful it is to have 4 different screens, or like on my desk, I have 2 of the Apple screens up there, the big, huge things. And because now when you're on your laptop, and of course, I fried my laptop power supply. It's just dead. I guess that happens, and I'm going to have to schedule a stop in an Apple store on my way down to Santa Fe. But thankfully, my hosts have one that is keeping the unit running. So that's how we're able to do this. Yeah, Summers has said, you brought the lamp from Letters to a Mormon Elder all the way to Colorado? That actually is the same lamp. But the actual lamp that's on the front of Letters to a Mormon Elder is actually sitting on my desk in my office. But it is the exact same green banker's lamp, and they just seem to follow me around. So only Summer would recognize that, probably. But evidently the clarity of the camera, and I'm just using the standard little camera that's up there, a little green light thing on my laptop. Okay, here's what we want to do today. I want to talk about Ignatius of Antioch and Muslims and the Trinity and consistency of sources and scholarship. Haven't ever talked about that before. Want to talk a little bit about the Trinitarian controversy and the fact that it doesn't really matter what you say about it, you're going to end up getting shot by both sides, as it seems to be my lot these days. I am discovering that if you actually try to ask folks to engage in apologetics or polemics in a fair fashion, that will only earn you gunfire from both sides of whatever issue it is that you're trying to actually see discussed in a meaningful fashion. So I want to talk a little bit about some quotes that were posted recently from Bruce Ware's book, and then we do need to talk a little bit about the controversy from last week. So we'll see how long all that takes, or we'll just see how long Skype manages to stay connected. There's always been a theory in some people's minds that after about 20 minutes, the little Skype demons start disconnecting things just for the fun of it. So who knows? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Anyway, yesterday, a well-known Christian apologist to Muslims shared with me some comments that were made to him by a particular Muslim apologist. And they were very disappointing comments because they were very clearly intended to seek to divide, seek to create division. Well, I guess divide and create division are pretty much the same thing, huh? Sow discord, and in essence, they were not designed to help the cause of truth. They were designed to actually diminish our pursuit of truth. This particular Muslim apologist, I'm not really sure how to express my feelings in regards to this particular individual, but he is probably either watching right now or recording, because almost anything I say will be utilized